Peaked real quick. Come on, Peaked. Oh, I opened it twice. Okay. We're just going to go right to 3 here. Here's my latest post. Hive onboarding. How should I get my friend started? 16 votes. 15, basically like 15 cents in Hive rewards. And more importantly, no answers to the actual question. It wasn't, hypothetical. I actually wanted help. And all I got was one guy who was um, being an asshole, basically. Um, so that's frustrating, Only 16 people upvoted it. Nobody actually answered the question, and it's about onboarding. Okay, little interesting. Maybe I don't post enough on Twitter to get the. That's right, to get the attention needed to bump that. See what else we got. Here, see, now it's just stuff that I want to go to explore all topics. There we go. This is what we did last time, I believe. Live Crimson Clad, we like her. Heavy metal, rock and sass radio. Some travel vlogs, it looks like, with a couple downvotes for whatever reason. $166, not bad. Table mount. I don't know why some of these thumbnails aren't loading, but more travel. Have you been here? Urban exploration. Graphic elements development for Hive events. Here, let's pop in here. They got 223 Hive off of it. 2 downvotes, 30 comments from Hive creators. For some time now, we've been collaborating with some marketing initiatives so that Hivers can promote the Hive blockchain in a better way. Recently contributed with Pure Panay in making a slideshow presentation about Hive and some designs that are used to promote the Hive brand. The great Hivers Pure Panay has been promoting Hive in her region and has had great results. We are happy to contribute with her to the Hive brand presence. Okay. But it doesn't show any of the images, all broken links. Yeah, this got 223 Hive, huh? With a whole bunch of broken links. Yeah, I really don't get why. Great designs. Okay, so it wasn't always. There was some time when people could actually see what was here. Okay. We'll just close that. Something happened there. Not sure what. See, proof of brain, more amazing nature, lots of travel and nature stuff. That's all fine and dandy, but we're not trying to really look at those for now. Have you been here? That's a pretty busy community right now. It looks like that might be the same guy. 2 downvotes on everything, but he's still getting $100, 97. It's inaccurate to say dollars like it's equivalent, right? That's not saying the equivalent of $97. It's just 97 Hive and whatever that equates to. It's just it's hard not to talk about it in dollars. Urban exploration again. Spillerlands affects lives. Happiest day. These are all from an hour ago, 10 hours ago. These are busier ones, though. Memories by Maroon 5. Ugh, no thank you. If you can pull off singing that song, that's good for you, but not my bag. All right, so let's go back up and go to most recent and see what kind of hot garbage is here. or hidden gems. You never know. That's the thing. The more hard garbage there is mixed with gems, the more you're like a real life mass adopted social platform, as far as I'm concerned. Um, see, white orchids, some makeup power, a debuzz in another language, lots of foreign language stuff, an intro post, 286. All right, we'll give them a 25 if it's, hopefully it's really an intro post. Playing Minecraft, some photography. I don't know why the thumbnails aren't loading in. Weird. Okay, and then finally we'll go to communities and then sports talk social. What do we got here? The magic of boxing. Interesting anecdotes from 7 hours ago. This is from Omar Sitorajas. I probably butchered that. Active again with all of you, my brothers, changing the landscape because from baseball we are going to boxing. Yes, gentlemen, today with a very varied theme because some important and historical data related to this fabulous sport will be highlighted. We all know that, as in any discipline, in this there are many brands and records that have endured over time, and that due to the way fights were fought in previous times, and because of the quality of the fighters, these brands are totally difficult to beat. For example, a Joe Louis who defended his title 25 times, or a young Otto who won 42 fights in the first round. Tell me if at present a boxer can hardly have a total of 50 fights at most, much less to break this mark. Very true. Imagine this Emil Griffith, who played more than 300 rounds. It would be fought 300 rounds in title fights with a crazy what a crazy truth. If you liked that, in this installment, we will meet the first boxer to become champion in 3 different weights. Let's see. First boxer to become champ in 3 different weights. Roy Jones Jr. I don't know. Who will also know who was the first left-handed champion in the history of the sport? No idea. In addition to that, I will tell you who was declared champion by disqualification of his opponent. Blah blah blah. Okay, and then maybe it must be the Roberto Duran de Jesus. Oh no, okay, that's the Spanish version. Boxing is so exciting and historic that it attracts masses in an impressive way. This sport dates back to ancient times, where those who were fighting did so with their fists covered with a kind of glove full of nails. Imagine the magnitude of those fights. The magnitude, I don't know how much magnitude. I mean, people probably died pretty quick. I bet those fights were over pretty quick. John L. Sullivan, yeah, white guy. Personally, I think glove boxing is more deadly than bare fists. I say this because I have a friend who has done it both ways, and he told me that boxing with gloves is more dangerous since you are receiving blow after blow and the brain moves everywhere like a jelly. So I know they accumulate trauma that can verge in irreversible damage. Unlike bare fist boxing, you receive the blows, you still damage, but the impact breaks, the blood drains, and the internal damage is less. An example of this is a fight between John L. Sullivan and that's a long out fight. That's a long ass time ago. Okay, this is interesting. I agree. Bare knuckle boxing does seem less dangerous because it's easier to get fights stopped. And then the next step up from bare knuckle boxing would be like 3-ounce gloves, like MMA style gloves. And those still too, you see, even if you're like one championship from Singapore, they do kickboxing fights with the MMA gloves on. Changes the sport a lot. but I think it changes the sport because the main subsequent outcome because of the way it changes the sport is shorter fights, less wars, I would say. Let's see. Next, friends are going to enjoy some important anecdotal data. Spectacular sport. This is a long ass post. Okay, this guy definitely did some work. You know, he earned this. I'm already right now. I'm just gonna give him the full upvote. Screw it. He earned it. Let's see here. Come on. Come on, baby. All right, there we go. Bob Fitzsimmons is the first world champion in 3 different weights. Okay. And then we got Peddler Palmer, won the title by disqualification of an opponent. Fought 70 times, 51 and 13. Oh, no. 150 fights. Or 151 fights out of 70. Okay. So he was like 51 and like 29 or whatever. I'm not good at math. He lost 15, tied 4. And obviously lost because that guy was a cheater of some sort. First title defense defeated by Caesar Palace. Okay, anyways. Decent. Not great, but decent. Compared to some of the other garbage that people post and try and get money about. Could AEW be competitive with WWE? Don't care. IPL reopens after long days. It's been a long day. I don't know. Best athletes on the planet. Source during the glory days of boxing, the men's world heavyweight champion was usually regarded by the media. So who's the first? Oh no, we said it was Omar something or other. This next one is by Empress Iremi from a day ago. During the glory days of boxing, the men's world heavyweight champion was usually regarded by the media as the baddest man on the planet, owing to his proven reputation of being able to take on the hardest hitting big men on the planet and stand atop the division. Other sports took up this mantra. However, it's possible that pundits have been looking at the wrong sporting events all along to crown an individual as the toughest, or should it simply be a combat sports phrase because it fits better? For boxing to produce the baddest man on the planet, then it is likely has to be among the baddest sports available. We know for a fact that becoming a professional in any sport takes dedication and practice. A good heavyweight boxing will be a sitting duck in the UFC ring, for instance. Will make an even more terrible swimmer based on the requirements for certain levels of mastery. What the fuck is he talking about? In theory, yeah. Someone that just goes into boxing with zero other cross training, yeah, he is a sitting duck, as you say. What that has to do with Michael Phelps, I have no idea. Boxers are tough, that's a given, but they're not the most disciplined athletes out there. Some have to rely on natural power to get the job done. Some of the biggest criteria to consider for such a title will be endurance, mental energy, as well as perceived difficulty for achieving mastery and dominance in the given sport. Well, only if it's a combat sport. If we're talking about the toughest guys, the toughest dude on the planet, it can't be a guy that's the #1 basketball player in the world. I don't care how big Shaq is. He never was going to be able to win the heavyweight tournament, UFC heavyweight tournament, you know. So it has to be a combat sport. Now, maybe the heavyweight champ in boxing isn't the baddest man on the planet because he can't defend a takedown. I would tend to agree. But it has to be a combat sport. Otherwise, we can't even have a discussion about it. Some of the biggest criteria to consider is endurance, mental energy, as well as perceived difficulty, dominance of the given sport. I mean, MMA, again, just to prove my point, mixed martial arts is much tougher to master than boxing would be. Because you're taking like 8 different sports and combining them into one sport that changes the utility of all the moves in the other sports that you're combining, all the combat sports, right? You can't do everything you would do in boxing as a boxer in UFC, etc. You know, wrestlers need to learn how to punch. Boxers need to learn how to wrestle. Based on status quo combat sports, if you were to consider all these factors, one easy answer pops in my mind, and that is the triathlon. See, nah, dog. What do you? Okay, hold on. Let me remember. The baddest athlete on the planet. Baddest to me means you can beat up the other ones. Triathletes are tough, and so are MMA fighters. They're both enduring sports, but one's a badder dude than the other. There's no triathletes beating up UFC fighters. So, nah. The Olympic triathlon format consists of a swim, a bike, and the run. It punishes the body. You got guys like Nick and Nate Diaz who do these for funsies and then get into a cage in their underwear and fight, other dudes. So, I don't know. I think that's the baddest dudes. So, I'm going to say dudes that do triathlons and fight, those are the baddest dudes. Fine. See, we came to a consensus. I love it. All right. Boom. We will 100% upvote for that one. Interesting combo. Empress Remy. Remy. All right, let's see if we can do like one more. Sports talk curation. Cricket. Roberto Clemente. Football. A different type of football. More football. Oh. Okay. I don't see much of anything else. We're 3 days out, so yeah. I was expecting, it's Friday, so I'm actually surprised I didn't see any specific posts for this weekend's fight card. Will the MMA league become a reality? I hope so. Oh, it's this. Is this? Okay, so High 58 is one of the kind of guys. Let's see what he did. Somebody else's post, and maybe 100 words, and then like his referral link to my bookie. And yet, you want to see how thought out and well written my past MMA stuff is, and I am not getting this kind of. So it's like a little frustrating. I'm not gonna downvote him in though. Here we go. Dago sports trading cards. Prism. We've looked at these, at that website before. Okay, this is just talking about Sean O'Malley, not really talking about the trading card at all. Or not even a picture of the trading card. Okay, what's with the images? Why are these not loading? Is that on my browser? Huh. Okay, well, it's definitely not working, that's for sure. Or if I try and reload it. That's weird. I don't know. I'll have to look into that later. Well, yeah, he definitely needs to put some more info about the actual card. I mean, you're not really saying anything. You just talked about him. He's talking about how, like, it's an investment if he ever becomes champ or something like that, Here we go. UFC Fight Night Smith vs. Spann. Oh, this is the high five guy. This guy's against 80 cents with 8. So some people are giving him like 100% upvotes for just, look at that. 0 fucking effort. I mean, that'd be pretty good. I should do a fucking experiment. Just literally put that. Oh. If I don't have my camera on automatic, okay. On automatic, the fuck? Focus, then it goes off. Yeah, so nothing. Absolutely nothing. 8. Let's see. Not a lot. See, but only 8 upvotes, and he got 80 cents. But so from Zulrich, that was the top upvoter. This dude. He's only a 66. Interesting. So I don't know how he actually gets to the 80. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works. We're gonna have to ask the boys on the Hive Pile. Hopefully this Sunday. Which is basically what this is. I mean, anyone can come and join me whenever they want. I'd be more than happy. If it's a old friend, they can DM me, and I can bring them in. Let's go over to the tweets. The tweeters. Okay. So I'm going to go back, see if there was anything not by High 58. Okay, here's something from Brandonic 5 days ago. Okay, he got 400. Bro, dude, I should be writing MMA stuff. These guys are getting way too. I mean, come on. Really?
What up? What up? Smith versus Span. Interesting card. A few like late scratches. We'll see if all these fights even make it. There's already lineups out for fantasy though. Oddly enough, I usually
Hold
have
on, we're
this in
getting
the span
double
of
audio.
2 weeks, but yeah, it's strange. I felt like this is a card that could, they probably had a ton of fights. I could have probably split it up, and we wouldn't have to wait 2 weeks in between events. I mean, you know, again, most sports have like Till 80% takedown defense getting smashed by Brunson. Very strange Till. Very on and off guy. Mentally just not with it all the time. So, all right, let's see what happens here. Emily Whitmire versus Hannah Goldie. This was a late scratch. I believe that Whitmire was supposed to be fighting Corey McKenna, the Hobbit. That would have been a cool fight. All right, yeah, I'm gonna actually take Goldie here. I was really conflicted. Both these ladies have beat no one of worth. I mean, the Belbita loss was bad, but I actually
Yeah, I
thought
mean,
Goldie won that fight. You could have easily given it to her. Belbita, I don't know, not a high level, but
I mean, he's essentially calling fights that no one knows these odds. No one knows these fighters.
more accurately, 66% takedown defense. Emily's not really that great. He was going to make his UFC debut. Mata, this guy's been experienced as Cutelaba. He's not going to have a lot. I don't think it's a good matchup for Ryan. I think that the elbows and the knees of Anthony Smith are going to come through big in this one. Span is going to try and take this one to the ground. Who knows? Maybe he can. Anthony Smith's been more prone to kind of mess around on the ground, and I don't know if that's a good idea with Span because Span can reverse him, and I think that
Okay, so that's what I'm going to go off. Brandonk. We've had kind words together. I appreciate his. I'm just appreciate his content for sure. Lionheart Anthony Smith seems to be overconfident in his jiu-jitsu. Uncle Chael goes on at length about how at the highest levels of the sport, people don't win fights off their back. Anthony Smith thinks he can win fights off his back. At least that's the way he plays guard against Glover Teixeira. It's kind of how he played guard against John Jones. I think Span can get him down. I don't think he'll be able to get him down as easily as Glover, maybe. I think Teixeira probably was a bigger guy than Span, but I think Span can do it. I think Span's fresh. I think Span's the more confident fighter, actually. So I'm actually going to go Span by decision on that one. So we'll see. We'll see who's right there. Cool. All right. So now let's check out NFTs. And we're going to it's called Super Farm. Super Farm. Okay, so Super Farm is something I'm transferring out of the Cointelegraph copywriting community management role as they're in between clients. So we're still, in talks with each other, so that's cool. But I have some actually better opportunities, both in pay and hours, and just not being such a kind of buttoned up, kind of more on the corporate side of the crypto space, right? So that's cool, and that's Super Farm as their community manager. Yeah, I guess it'll be Monday. It was either gonna be today or Monday. Hopefully Monday will be when I meet with them. But anyways, they're looking to put NFTs and DeFi together, which is pretty cool. So I've been taking notes on this all afternoon. Very interesting. So they've got some art drops of cool artists, very cool looking stuff. This is their latest one here, which has ended, but still. Still pretty cool. I like the art for sure. I like the style of the art. When I say that, I guess I mean the style, but I also like what it depicts. That's something that I could definitely. Oh, hold on one sec. All right, one second. All right, I'm back. Anyways, um, so anywho, yeah, this is Super Farm. They got some NFTs, but we got farming too. If it's gonna load, there we go. They got an ETH Super pool, Super for gems. I don't know what that is. Engine? No, I don't know what that's for. And Rev. Oh, Astro. To get Astro is the yield token, gear, gems, and super. Now, super is Super Farm's native token. Um, that's not where I wanted to go. Where is it here? Okay, I had never. This is still not what I was looking for, but now I'm just toying around. I don't even know where I was before. Okay, growing NFT ecosystem. Right now they have the launch pad. They have farming. They're working on a NFT generator, and then the marketplace for the NFTs, and then trading interface for the NFTs. That's cool. They have a crowdfunding app, a Imposters, which is like Among Us. See, that's okay. They have Imposters, which is like Among Us. They have the video game SDK, tools for creating games using blockchain technology for elaborate in-game economies. I believe they use Unreal Engine, open source. Or I guess it's not considered open source just because they made it public. I don't know how that works. But multi-chain. Superform is a multi-chain protocol compatible with all the top smart contract chains. So, you know what I would like to do if I got this job. You know I'm reaching out to the Hive community. Oh, shut up, Telegram. Thought I shut you off. Okay. So, here's my bone. Unoriginality. Okay. You stupid thing, go away. They said they were going to do 3 different games to start. They're going to do a card game like Splinterlands, or I think Gods Unchained, right? That's the Ethereum one. They're going to do a FPS, kind of like Overwatch style, and then they're doing a Among Us style game. Why? I mean, I hope. Please just take the concept and grow on it. You're not going to be successful putting out the same thing. There's no reason for me. Let's see. So how do I put this? I think people will buy into it if they think that the market will go up, right? If they think the value of all the assets will increase, of course they're going to get into it. But if the playability is not original, then I think it doesn't have legs that can stand for very long. I think it would be temporary. I think it'll come and go more with the markets instead of the market finding utility in it and decoupling from the rest of crypto and all its volatility. So that's what I think. So imposters better not just be a straight up Among Us ripoff. There better be something. Obviously, they're gonna like implement NFTs and stuff into it, but still, it's got to be more than that, I think. So very interesting to see what they have in mind there. They also, I saw this Travala, which is like a travel agency. So they've got that. Let's see, there was something else I don't see on here. Let's go back up to Super Farm. What's that? No, okay. And Fridays are always slow, huh? No one watching. It's also 5:20. Let's see if anybody's on Messenger. Couple people. Got John Spalding on that's up on Messenger right now. See, but even if I went boom and then click zoom, okay, it just brings up like the whole, it wants me to bring up the whole Zoom. whole damn meeting. My question, that was another thing I thought. Okay, oh no, because you couldn't. I was trying to figure out a way to do spaces on my phone while y'all being able to hear it. Could I set this up as an NDI? I'm not sure exactly the best way would be to do that, but let's see. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's at least bring up the story, and then I don't have a button set up to get rid of me, so I gotta just go. Yeah, there you go. That's the way to do it. Boom, and then fade. And then
What is DeFi? Well, it stands for Decentralized Finance. In the past, we have always used centralized finance, which is where there's a central authority that controls the flow of money. The government and the banks control it. They don't really say they do, but they do. They can print more of it if they want to. They can stop you from borrowing it if they don't want you to. They can even stop you from having a bank account. If they wanted to, at any time, they could have your money. They have your money, so they could change it, and you really couldn't argue against it. I mean, you could, but how would you prove it? You gave your money to them. It was based on trust. Also, if you're running a business, they limit what you can do. For example, right now, if you have a little magical tree business that may be for medicinal purposes, they can tell you not to bring in any of that money from the business to the bank, which seriously limits you. It means you can't deposit it or invest it or even use them to keep it safe. One more thing, traditional finance is quite expensive. Payday loans go up to 500%, credit cards can average 25%, and even personal loans can cost you 18% of your value. These are really high rates, but you pay them if you need to, because that's what you got. The alternative is decentralized finance, where there are no banks. Instead, there are pieces of code that run and act as a bank. They're open to anyone. They don't require you to trust them because they're literally a piece of code running a program. If you wanted to, you could read through it and verify that it's not going to scam you. They are also censorship resistant, and lastly, they are much, much cheaper than traditional centralized finance. Decentralized finance is built on three main things: cryptography, the blockchain technology, and smart contracts. If you don't know what these are, we highly recommend that you check out our other videos on these topics, where we break these topics down so simply using stories and examples and analogies that even your grandfather could understand them. Now, this is going to be a bit of a longer video, but it's a very broad and growing topic. Anyways, assuming you understand the cryptography, the blockchain, and how smart contracts work, let's dive into the 5 pillars of decentralized finance. Number 1, stablecoins. So first off, we need to understand the bridge of decentralized finance to centralized finance. And that is action because they want a fee, and there's waiting. Now, let's say we utilized the coin is always worth $1 United States dollar. Now, the purpose of this is to have a reliable way to buy and sell certain coins without having to buy and sell them. Instead, we can just trade them. Here's an example of why this might be beneficial. Let's say you bought 1 Ethereum at $500. Well, now it's $1,000, and you want to sell because you think it's high. You want to take your profits. Without stable coins, you have to sell your Ethereum at a centralized exchange like Coinbase or Binance, and in return, they will give you some United States dollars for it. Now, of course, they're going to take a cut of that transaction because they want a fee, and they're going to take it. Also, the IRS may makes you pay tax on any gains that you make from trading or selling. Coinbase and Gemini will be snitching that you made it, so you can't really get around it. The next step would be to wait for Coinbase or Binance to give them to your bank and then withdraw them from your bank because you don't really want the bank controlling your money. Well, a month later, Ethereum drops to $250 and you want to buy more, so you deposit your $1,000 back into Coinbase, wait a few days for the transaction to clear because you have to wait, and then buy 4 Ethereum and hold them. Well, Ethereum rises again to $500 and you decide to sell. So you sell them at your centralized exchange. You bite the fee and then you wait a few more days for it to hit your bank account. See, in this example, there's a lot of fees, there's taxes, and there's waiting. Now, let's say we utilized a stablecoin like USDC. You bought 1 Ethereum at $500 and it raises to $1,000. Instead of going through all that headache, you trade your 1 Ethereum for 1,000 USDC and you just hold it. A month later, similar to the previous example, it drops to $250 and you trade your 1,000 USDC for 4 Ethereum. Then it raises to $500, and here's the beneficial part. Within 5 minutes, you sell your 4 Ethereum for $2,000. The fees were less than 1% because you used what we call a decentralized exchange to trade, which is something we'll explain later. But because of it, you were able to trade almost instantly. Plus, the USDC was secure and you trusted it because it's just code. It doesn't change. Unlike Coinbase or Binance or Gemini, which are controlled by the government and, more importantly, people. They have been hacked before. Anyways, we are getting off topic. So that's the purpose of stablecoin. You can be in the crypto sphere without actually using your government-owned bank. Now, in a lot of places, we take banks for granted, like in the US, but some countries are really limiting in how much money you can move around or what currency you can buy them from. In fact, in the United States, every transaction over $10,000 has to be vetted and approved by a bank. Meanwhile, using a stablecoin like USDC, you can move $10 million from one address to another without anyone blinking an eye for like a $5 fee. You could never do that with United States dollars. Number 2, borrowing and lending. So another important pillar of decentralized finance is lending and borrowing. In fact, a huge part of our current financial situation in the world is based on lending and borrowing money, so it would make sense that the blockchain could do it better. One of the reasons we can reliably lend and borrow with banks is because we usually put something down like 20% collateral, so that if we never pay back the full loan, our government can come after us and throw us in jail or make us pay that money. In short, there are legal consequences for not paying a loan back. Well, with crypto, this is a problem because one of the pros of crypto is anonymity. You could put 20% down and run away with the rest of the loan, never to be seen again. So we have to find a way to solve this. In fact, with the use of smart contracts, we can actually allow others to use our funds while still keeping custody of them. So let me go through a little example. Person A wants to earn interest on his coins, while person B wants to borrow some coins. So person A goes to Compound or Aave, which are 2 platforms that allow crypto borrowing and lending. And person A deposits his coins into a smart contract. If you don't know already, smart contracts are just code that run a particular function. In turn, what he gets are called C tokens or A tokens that are a representation of his original coin plus interest. Whenever he wants to, he can just turn his A tokens or C tokens into that smart contract that was created by Compound or Aave, and they spit out his original deposit plus interest. Now, the smart contract is created this way so that there's no human being that has to do the calculation or have to do the transaction. It's all automatic by code. So that solves person A wanting to earn interest by lending in a traditional way. In the borrowing portion, person B must do something called over-collateralize his loan. This means if he wants to borrow $100, he must put up $120. So that way, if he runs away and never pays back his loan, the smart contract is written in a way that it can pay back person A their coins plus interest. Now, at this point in time, you might be asking, what's the point of taking a loan if you already have the money? Well, you're probably thinking in United States dollars. Say you have 10 Ethereum worth $1,000 because they're each worth $100. But you don't want to sell them because you greatly believe in the Ethereum project. So you put them up as collateral and borrow $800 worth of Tether, which is a stable coin pegged to the United States dollar. So you trade that $800 around, you make some money, you lose some money, you make some more money, and now it's time to pay back your loan. So you have $850 in Tether, and you pay back the original $800 loan to get back your 10 Ethereum. Well, in this little example, you made $50 from the little trades that you did, and you got lucky, but it has also been a few months, and Ethereum, like it has done in the past few months, exploded, and now they're worth $150 each. So now you have 10 Ethereum at $150 each. So now you control $1,500 plus the $50 you made trading. Basically, if you believe in Ethereum and you have it, but don't want to sell it, and you want to use the value of it, you can take a loan out on it, hoping that it will be worth more whenever you cash it out. However, if you traded, you lost some money, you gained some money, and then you lost some money, and maybe you ended up with $750 Tether, you would have two options. Option A is to front the extra $50 to pay back the full loan, the $800, to get back all of your collateral, and option B is to just keep your $750 and lose your 10 Ethereum, which could be worth a lot. Now this might be information overload, but real quick, there is a second type of loan in crypto called a flash loan, which is a loan that lasts for like 10 seconds. If you could buy Ethereum for $10 on Coinbase and then sell it for $11 on Gemini, theoretically, you can make $1 every time you did that. And so you can use what we call is a flash loan to literally borrow millions of dollars. You don't have to put any money down. You just write a flash loan to borrow $10 million. You tell it to go buy Ethereum for $10 and then immediately sell it for $11, and then you pay back the original loan, $10 million, and all one small little smart contract that gets run in 10 seconds. Essentially, you made $1 million minus the fees that you had to pay for borrowing. But these fees are small because the lender knew that you would have to pay them back and that it was for a very short period of time. Now, this is a more advanced technique, but you could never perform this type of arbitrage in traditional finance. Number 3, decentralized exchanges. Okay, so I have a friend who traveled to London a few years ago from the United States. Now, of course, in London, the standard currency is euros, while over here in the US, it's dollars. So naturally, he had to visit a foreign exchange booth and trade out his dollars for euros. Unfortunately for him, the fee was like 15%, so he immediately lost 15% of his money because that's what foreign exchange traders do. Tourists don't know any better, and they need local money, so what they do is they take advantage of these people. Well, when it comes to decentralized finance, instead of a foreign exchange trader, we have what is called a decentralized exchange, where you can exchange your coins and tokens for other coins and tokens. Now, the fees are usually very small, like less than 0.5%, which is a great benefit for anyone who regularly wants to trade their crypto assets. Most popular decentralized exchanges, or DEXs, work in a manner where investors pool their money together and then traders can trade that money. The fee of every trade that I mentioned earlier goes back to those investors, and it's all written in code so it doesn't change. A government can't step in and say, you can't buy Bitcoin anymore. The fees and the percentages that you change are locked too. They're written in code, so they don't change and they can't raise to crazy prices like 15%. Decentralized exchanges open the world up to a whole new variety of tokens and coins. For example, Coinbase, the first centralized exchange to go public, only allows you to buy and sell 32 cryptocurrencies at the moment. Since they are regulated by the government and have to abide by certain regulations, they very closely analyze each coin before adding it. The most popular decentralized exchange, which is called Uniswap, literally has hundreds, maybe even thousands of tokens that you can trade, and they aren't regulated by anyone. That's the decentralized part. There are billions of dollars locked up in these liquidity pools so traders can trade, but nobody can control these billions of dollars. They're just following a program that someone wrote. In fact, only investors can be the ones to pull out their money out of the pool. But if they did that, the lending rates would rise, and so new investors would come along and put their money in. So like I said earlier, the code can't be changed either. It's what we call immutable. So in the crypto space, we like to say that the code is the law. The government doesn't control it, the code does. And everyone has access to the code and it doesn't change. Uniswap is one of the major exchanges on the Ethereum network, and it has billions of dollars in its pools. PancakeSwap is another exchange on the Binance Smart Chain network that also has a few $billion of liquidity. Number 4, insurance. Insurance is really easy to explain. For example, with car insurance, you pay $100 a month to protect your new Tesla. However, one day while using the autopilot feature, another car causes the autopilot to glitch and you drive into a ditch. Unharmed though, but you totally wrecked the car. Well, since you paid insurance, the insurance company pays you what the Tesla was worth so that you can go buy a new one. They use statistics to predict how many of their drivers will crash their cars, and then use this data to predict how much they would have to pay each year to determine what the monthly price of the insurance should be, which is also called the premium. Well, with decentralized finance, the insurance company can be code. So let's go over an example. Let's say a farmer wants to buy crop insurance. So if his crops die, he still has income for planting them and taking that risk. We could write a piece of code on the Ethereum network that says, if there's any days this summer that are 90 degrees Fahrenheit or hotter, 4 days in a row, pay out Farmer Joe $100,000. However, to start this contract, he has to pay $2,000. So Farmer Joe can buy his crop insurance through what is called a smart contract, which is just code that sees if the conditions are met to pay him. So at this point in time, you might have two questions. How does the code know if it's 95 degrees Fahrenheit, and where does the $100,000 come from? Well, to connect
Oracles?
the real world to the blockchain, we have to use something called oracles, which are trusted sources that become a bridge between the real world and the crypto world. We can create an oracle in our city that reads the temperature and is verified by a few people to make sure that it can't be frauded. Then the smart contract can reliably use it as a data source to decide if insurance requirements are met or not. Secondly, the $100,000 comes from other people buying insurance that bought the premiums, but maybe they didn't get paid out because the requirements were not met. Just like an insurance company makes profit, people who provide liquidity to any decentralized finance platform may be incentivized with an interest rate to earn on their deposit. In other words, some of the $100,000 may come from investors who earn money by lending their money. Lastly, we have number 5, which is margin trading. So margin trading is a whole new beast. Let me explain margin trading in the traditional world real quick, and then I'll explain it in the decentralized world. So you want to buy the Apple stock, and right now it is $100. So essentially what margin is it is a loan that will automatically sell your stock if the stock goes below your down payment. So to buy a $100 stock, you need a $100 loan. And the bank agrees to give you that $100 loan if you can give them a $20 down payment and a small fee of 5% a year. So here's two scenarios that could happen. The stock goes from $100 to $150. You have paper hands, so you decide to sell the stock and you get $150. You pay back $80 of your loan because the bank already had your original $20 as a down payment, and you keep the rest, which is a profit of $70. So essentially you made $70 by only spending $20. This means that you more than tripled your money, even though the stock only went up 50%. This is the power of margin. You use it when you think something is going to increase in value to multiply your own money. Now, let's take a look at another situation. This is the second scenario, and it's if the stock drops to $50. Well, with margin, you actually have to sell as soon as the value of what you bought can't pay back your loan. So the stock starts out at $100, then it starts dropping, $90, $85, and then as soon as it hits $80, boom, the bank forces you to sell your one stock of Apple at $80 so that you can pay them back those $80 that you borrowed. So the $80 you made from selling the stock plus the $20 that you gave them as a down payment equalizes the loan. And now the bank has their original $100 they originally gave you. So you're free and clear, you've paid your loan back, but you didn't profit anything. In fact, you lost your original $20 that you put up as down payment. In centralized finance, to trade on margin, you usually need to be able to prove who you are, along with have a minimum of a few $1,000s to even have access to margin trading. The fees are also much higher than 5%. In decentralized finance, margin trading can be a lot quicker, open to anyone in the world with money, and a lot safer as well. So wrapping this video up, we have covered 5 big pillars in decentralized finance: stablecoins, lending and borrowing, decentralized exchanges, insurance, and margin. Hopefully now you can see the value add of decentralized finance and why so many investors are piling billions of dollars into this new technology.
Let's see if Superfarm has a YouTube. Oh. I wonder if they paid this guy. 5 months ago, 17 minutes. This one's 5 months ago. Okay. Was this a scam? Superfarm, crypto. Is Superfarm a scam? What YouTubers won't tell you. 3 months ago. New project alert. Superfarm, crypto gossip. That's from 3 weeks ago. That's closer. Can I... Here we go. I just wanted it. Oh, here we go. Upload date. So, Superfarm Super US to USD chart from 6 days ago. The next big NFT marketplace. Who's this by? Cryptoke? Can I see? I mean, does this guy have like 2 subscribers? Let's check this out. I guess I can tell by just clicking the fucking video. Okay, let's look.
Good morning. What is going on, everybody? This is the Crypto Key YouTube channel. Today we're going to be covering
Crypto Key.
Superfarm. This is a project launched by Elio Trades. He founded it. You can find them on Twitter at SuperfarmDAO or their website superfarm.io.
Okay, he's got 2.5k subscribers. So
They are going and they are cross-chain. They want to have features that you do not find on things like Rarible, things like OpenSea, such as NFT farming and generation. So they've got a lot of cool things they're going to be targeting. They want to bring utility to tokens via NFTs. Uh,
again, I'm watching this because this is the person. This I'm applying for the community manager role here. So was digging into. Well, I already knew NFT and token standards for the most part, so I was looking in, making sure I read up on Ethereum token standards, the 20s, the 1177s, right? That's right, yeah, and whatnot. And then I was, I'm less comfortable with the DeFi, but obviously having to learn it to write about it for different clients and stuff. So I'm into the DeFi stuff. I'm slowly getting there. But then this place comes along, this job offer comes along, and they're combining it like this guy's about to go into. Putting up your NFTs as collateral naturally has a problem, whereas the price is so volatile for NFTs that whatever I think it's called the leverage to price ratio or something like that isn't set like it is with most things. You put up something as collateral and it's pretty much staying that value that you're borrowing against. But with NFTs, since it's so crazy and up and down, I know there's a different way where you can set it up so the lender gets to pick the NFT they're gonna have put up as the collateral so that they can lend the money to the borrower, and that whatever's being put up as that collateral, say it's an NFT, it can be multiple things, it's kept in escrow. Just like the dude, in the corner with the money at the basketball game, holding it. Escrow's a smart contract, knows what's up, knows the rules, knows the deal, and it's gonna know if you default on your loan, it's going to send that NFT and whatever assets are in that escrow smart contract to the lender. So that's what I learned. Let's see what this goes into, what this guy's talking about.
to actual tokens themselves. They want to create an NFT framework and marketplace, so they are going to be doing a lot with that. Allow for easy setup of farms, the ability to deploy tokens and NFTs, and then they want to get into the gaming ecosystem through NFTs for the AAA games. Now, this I think will be the explosion for Super Farm.
What's wrong with my face? So was anyone going to tell me I am having a stroke on screen? No? Alright, hold on a second.
Me personally, I'm going to be probably getting into this pretty soon. I'm going to cover their drops, farms, and super starter soon. But this right here, I think, is going to be a major proponent for their explosion and mass adoption. So the super starter itself is a place for launches to occur, pretty much like ICOs, such as Cold Stack, Donkey, Virtue Poker. Each one of them typically have a first come first serve and a guaranteed pool. You'll have a drops section for NFT drops on their site. You'll have a farm section where you can farm tokens and earn various different tokens. So you can put in super, you can earn gem, you can put in ETH super, earn super and gem. You can put in injective, earn astro, you can put in rev, earn gear. So you can earn these things here and you can check it out. You know, you can view this diamonds, the gem store. You can buy items with your gems. You can see here you get these NFTs, which I mean that's super cool if you ask me. And you know, there's some cool things there. So you can go over here to Astro. You know, you're earning 1.53 Astro on $1,000. We can go over here to the store. So you're earning 1.53 Astro per day if you've got $1,000. Well, in roughly about 40-50 days, you can start buying some of these injective different NFTs, which that itself is so cool. If you ask me, I think that is super cool. If you want to, you know, gear. Let's see what they've got here on the gear tokens. We can go to their gear store. I'm sure they've got some really nice NFTs. So you can get a rev voucher. It's your car voucher. And some cool things there. So you can go over here to Astro. You know, you're earning 1.53 Astro on $1,000. We can go over here to the store. So you're earning 1.53 Astro per day if you've got $1,000. Well, in roughly about 40, 50 days, you can start buying some of these injective different NFTs, which that itself is so cool. If you ask me, I think that is super cool. 40, 50 days, you can start buying some of these to the store. So you're earning 1.53 Astro per day if you've got $1,000. Well, in roughly about 40, 50 days, you can start buying some of these injective different NFTs, which that itself is so cool. If you ask me, I think that is super cool. If you want to, gear, let's see what they've got here on the gear tokens. We can go to their gear store. I'm sure they.
Okay, so he was just saying what you can invest in with the interest. Okay, duh.
Exclusive voucher. They can be redeemed for a racing car NFT. You can check out the metadata. I mean, they've got a lot of really cool things. If I'm going to do it, I'll probably do either the LP or just Super itself, farm a bunch of gems, and try to get me some of these NFTs. I mean, you can get some of the more rare ones, or you can get a voucher. But we can go and, let's check out this. EJ is a financial freedom, blah, blah, blah. Remains humbly committed to the art of rolling sushi. It's a local legend. Cyber Chef.
I'm digging. I think that's pretty freaking cool. What do you guys think in chat? I think that one's... Did you guys, first of all, know about this? Me and some other guy were talking about it. Like, we had not heard of this project. That's pretty cool. I'm not mad at it. I wonder what the utility of it is. There must be some sort of game or something. I mean, obviously, you're going to be able to stake it or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
12,000 gear. So, you got to either lock up a lot of money or, there's a couple ways to get it. They launched officially on March 31st, 2021. Founder Elliot Weinman. Their funding rounds were led by Bitcoin.com, Spark Digital Capital, GBV Capital, Solidity Ventures, and Animoca Brands. I believe they raised about $1.1 million. The upcoming things they're going to be adding in is NFT generation, so the ability to create NFTs, an NFT marketplace to buy, sell, and auction those NFTs, such as OpenSea, NFT trading, where you can swap NFTs with other collectors. So you'll have Imposters, their online multiplayer social deduction game. Then you'll also have their video game SDK for people to create games, and then the multi-chain implementation.
Okay, so that's what they're calling Among Us, a social deduction game. What happens when you Google that? Social deduction. Social deduction games, a game in which players attempt to uncover each other's hidden role or team allegiance. Commonly, these games are played with teams, with one team being considered good and another bad. I wonder what the first instances of social deduction games were. I'm thinking though, I've never played Among Us, but there's a Jackbox game that's a social deduction game where you're like aliens on a spaceship. Everyone's got to try and guess who it is and send them out to die and whatnot. Let's see, 21 best social deduction games. Let's see what it says. Midnight, a game of social deduction. Okay. Chameleon, One Night, Secret Hitler. What in the world? All right, boys and girls. Secret Hitler is a social deduction game that combines hidden roles with strategic voting in a power struggle between fascists and liberals. The elections up the levels of deception and strategy. If you need an excuse to call your friends fascists, this game is it. The copy had me going. That was lame end to the copy. that combines hidden rules with strategic voting and a power struggle between fascists and liberals. Dude, I don't know, Secret Hitler. I guess that works better than fascists versus liberals, but that's pretty funny. Secret Hitler. Is it a fucking board game? I think it's a goddamn board game. All right. Let's see. Social deduction games, deception games, hidden role games, traitor games, all different terms for the same great game type. Social deduction are some of our favorite quick gameplay and social aspects. In this ranking, we'll share what we think are the best and some that you might not have heard of. I've never heard of any of these. One Night Ultimate Werewolves, the best social deduction game. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, though. Okay. Yeah. One Night Ultimate Werewolf, Secret Hitler. Great name. Oh, get out of here. Excuse me, ad. Get the fuck out of the way. Okay, what the hell? I am not clicking you, you son of a bitch. I'm about to exit the fuck out. Okay. Nah, son. Homie, don't play that. We're just
let's
going.
jump into the super token itself. The utility of it is it's a governance token, but is also used for fees, staking, and NFT drops. Current price is roughly, when I wrote this, 1.14 per token, or you can see it's about $1.13 right now. Market cap of roughly 343 million, 342 million. A max supply of 1 billion tokens. You can buy it on Binance, SushiSwap, Uniswap, HoneySwap, Gate.io, Bitcoin.com exchange, Hotbit, QuickSwap, and PancakeSwap. On Etherscan, they've got 22,500 holders roughly, with 2 addresses holding more than 1% of the current supply. On Polygon Scan, there's just under 2,000 addresses holding. They're all going to have about more than 1% on Polygon right now, but they have about 1 million tokens there. The allocation of the tokens were 25% to staking, 5% to NFT drops, 10% to founders and advisors, 10% to the ecosystem, 54% to the seed round. That has to be a typo. I'll go back and check. 35% to private sales and liquidity, and 10% to deployment. That must have been a typo. I do apologize, but I'll have to go back and correct that. And let's go and take a look. So there's Super Starter, as we can see here in just a second when it decides to load. You can see here the progress for the guaranteed alpha impact is 92%, but their first come first serve is already done. Everything is, pretty much closed out at the moment. You can see which one's private access, your minimum, your maximum, everything else. Connect your wallet and you can get access to it. So let me see if I can find their article real quick, because I do apologize. They have a intro article, but I'm not seeing it. I will have to go back and find it to correct that mistake there. It is definitely not 54%.
Did you get paid for this?
And then you got your drops. Drops will be for the NFTs. So Injective Genesis series, the Super Farm, and Katoon. And then you can click here, apes stand together, 1 Ethereum, 0.1 Ethereum. They've got it all laid out there. So this is Super Farm. I like it quite a bit. I like where their future's going. You can see, I think Imposters will be pretty big. I think a lot of people end up playing it. And they've got a pretty well-known founder who does and is active on Twitter and on YouTube. So overall, I love the project.
Oh shit. You realize what this means, don't you? Part of my pitch is going to have to be that I'm used to streaming video games and have a strong community behind me here at DLive, because clearly that game is going to launch and we're going to have to be putting together parties and streams and events around it. Shit, son. Okay. Yeah, that's part of it. I'm writing. Okay, let's see. Where should I write this down here? I gotta write things by hand. I don't have to, but I figured out through college that it's the only way I can learn. I didn't stay in high school long enough to figure it out, but once in college I realized, yeah, okay, writing it down by hand helps you remember it. If you want to double it down, write it down by hand. You know, read it over after you're done writing it once by hand. And then later, a couple days later, you type it into a document. It doubles the pleasure. Not the fun, but so. What was it called? I keep on thinking Among Us, but that's not what it's called. Let's just go to let's get rid of this guy's video now. And then Super Farm. It's kind of a hard, like, you don't necessarily always want to scroll down. Like, I'm looking up here for shit. It doesn't look like there's anything up here. The launch pad, the marketplace, the trading. Oh, imposters. There it is. That's all we got about it. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to ask, so I'm looking for my pad, the rest of my paper. Let's see what we got here. We got a Seattle Science Center. My wife's an electric engineer, and she had a booth there. Green Power. We got my friend Scott Kavanaugh is an artist who paints that. Scott, get the hell over to crypto. And, NFTs aren't a fad. We've had our discussions. Let's see what else we got here. That guy, that's more art by Scott. Oh, not that. Go Hawks. Rage Against the Machine. Seeing them. Well, unless it gets canceled. We're seeing them. Jeez. Anyways, half tickets to see Rage. Those weren't cheap. And then Boeing. Helping the military-industrial complex. And giving out stickers at the farmer's market. So, there you go. Any hoozle. Imposters. Equals Among Us. I mean, I imagine since the website doesn't have anything on it, if I go like imposters crypto game, I don't know what to see what comes up here. Play Imposters Online, a game. Imposters, a thrilling adventure game. Sneak around in a laboratory and break as much stuff as possible while your colleagues try to keep everything up and running. Imposter is a very common name for a game, it would appear. Beware of imposter No. Imposter Among Us 2. Play Imposter. A spaceship is going in. I don't know why I'm having problems reading that. That's intriguing. The fuck is this? So this is just like Among Us, just in a random. Okay, this probably has got freaking all kinds of pop-ups on it. Dog. Okay, you know what? Imposter no names. They couldn't come up with a better name than Imposter, huh? Faker? I mean, right, that might be better. Faker might be better. Put a 1. Oh, yo, Guilfoyle. Oh, Vaughn. Thank you very much. Put a 1 in chat if you like Faker more than Imposter. Imposter's just like you saw, everything is called Imposter. You gotta call it Imposter, Faker, something. Fake Pretender. Call it Hidden Hitler. I mean, come on, right? I mean, you get what I'm saying. Hopefully you were here for that part. Mountebank. Confidence man? No. Hypocrite, phony, bluffer. Square shooter. The anonym of it kind of works, actually. Call it square shooter, and it's about being an imposter. Fake information. Hypocrites. You could call it like among spies. Would you get sued for that? I don't think so. Lurker. Malingered. Yeah, maybe Among Us and Imposter were best. I don't know. Let's see. What else here? I mean, this is like not even trying to not look like Among Us. So hopefully Imposters will be better. Maybe I'll put Super Farm. Farm. Imposters. Nope. Okay, yeah, they're definitely nothing out. Well, definitely something I will bring up. What would you say to him? Like, you got to do an AMA. I'd think people would be interested in that. I think you got to get some early screenshots for the UI so people can see what it looks like. You want like familiarity but originality there, I think. So some screenshots, like a giveaway for something, like for gems or something. Like a little tournament. Winner gets some kind of prize or something. Stuff like that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Cool. Well, that was about it. I just wanted to check that out. It doesn't really say anything about the DeFi part right here. Crowdfunding with Superstarter. Oh, that was the... Yeah, okay, so somewhere I'd seen... Where is it? It's in my notes somewhere. I know Superfarm is teamed up with Engine, which is a blockchain gaming business of some sort. What was it? Okay, well, I don't see it. They're building the games, or at least one of the games, on the Unreal Engine. So, you know, wrote down some of my favorite games. Unreal Engine 4. It was released and developed by Epic Games in 1998. Unreal Engine 4 was released in 2014. Unreal Engine 2 had Splinter Cell and BioShock. Splinter Cell was a solid game. BioShock, I don't know if I ever played the first one, but Unreal Engine 3 had BioShock, I guess probably Infinity, that one. I imagine that's the one I played. That one was pretty fun. Batman Arkham Asylum, a few of those ones. Borderlands was on 3. Gears of War, uh, Mortal Kombat, Mass Effect, which are epic games, and XCOM 2, which is totally like a turn-based sort of game. Very cool that I actually stream. And so that's, right there. Mass Effect, Mortal Kombat, and XCOM 2. Those are 3 totally different games. Couldn't be more different. And all built on Unreal Engine 3. So you can do all sorts of different things are possible. Unreal Engine 4, Days Gone, Dead by Daylight, Fortnite, Hello Neighbor, which is fun. Hello Neighbor's pretty fun. And The Outer Worlds, which was alright. I mean, it's kind of a wannabe Fallout. If I am thinking of the right... I might not be thinking of the right game. And then Unreal Engine 5 has the latest Fortnite on it, or a Fortnite version on it. I don't know. Quick notes. I think they're also doing something with something called Moralis, which is an API that can receive NFT metadata and transaction histories and supports the 721 and 1155 ERC tokens. So it just helps with the gaming aspect of it. Yeah, so some cool stuff there. Definitely going to bring up all the gaming back and streaming background stuff, along with everything else. I originally applied for like the YouTube, I don't know, like YouTube manager basically, but they wanted somebody with that had managed like over 50,000 sub account. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not the guy. But he was like, but there's something else you might be good at. So here we are, Monday. Anything else? That's about it. Over collateralization we talked about. Excuse me. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's switch gears here and go to back here. Reset. Story 2. We're just chilling. So now let's go close that. Close this. Go back over here. No need to record anymore. Feel free to say hi in the chat, you two. Don't be shy. Maybe this needs reloaded. And I want the regular one. Here we go. All right, Bitcoin going into the weekend looking healthy. Ethereum, I don't know, it's doing something different, weird. I don't know what's going on with Ethereum. I'm just starting my TA, so yeah, I'm not confident in that yet. Cardano, you see that, and then I don't know, after I know something like had happened, right? Some kind of FUD or something. XRP has a lot of hype around it, not moving a whole lot this week. Solana down almost 18%. I have some Polkadot that's up 15 on the week. I heard people talking about Avalanche. It's up. That's pretty good. Shout out to our Avalanche people. Even on the hour, it's up 3% nearly. So check out their chart. See if you want to get in or what's going on over there with AVAX. Any other bigger? Okay, I can go like this. I forgot. On the 1 hour, Avalanche, and IOST. Shiba Inu, eCash. On the 24-hour, IOTA, Polygon's up there, 4.2%. On the 7-day, we got Ecomi, never even heard of it. Avalanche, Hedra Hashgraph, Curve DAO token, Sushi. Is that like for sushi? Like, is that Sushi Swap's native token? Maybe? Up 23%, but down 15% on the 24-hour. Poof, people are selling. Audius. Ooh, that's the one. Audius. Audius just got a big endorsement deal with someone. Here, let's see. If y'all don't know what Audius is, you're about to. So I'm big on Audius. It's basically the next Spotify, down 8%. I wonder what the 24-hour volume, 124 billion, 387,151,000. Not too shabby. Market cap is 2,207,367,000. No, okay, a lot. I need to learn how to read. And that's actually down almost 2%. Okay, so it's doing pretty good. Down 8%. It's at $2.72. Yeah. Oh, come on. I wanted to stop there. That's the 24-hour. Let's do the 1 year. Okay. This was in late March of this year. It hit its high at like $4. What was it? Come on. 403. Dropped down to the dollar. Looks like dollar's the resistance level. Danced around there a little bit. Back up to 330. Kind of mid last month. And then kind of just riding the market around there. $2 to $3. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. This might be a buy. $410 million audio coins and a total supply of 1.05 billion. Binance is currently the most active exchange. Audio is the native platform token of audio streaming protocol. 1 day ago from studio. Okay, there we go. Boom. This is what I was looking for. Audius, a blockchain-based music streaming platform with over 6 million monthly users, announced Thursday that it raised $5 million from some of the music industry's top people. Investors in Audius include artists such as Katy Perry, The Chainsmokers, Nas, Jason Derulo, Pusha T, Mark Gillespie, as well as industry leaders like former Sony Music CEO Martin Bandier, and CEO of the investment firm K5 Global, Michael Kives, and the CEO of the performance rights organization CSAC, John Josephson. This year has seen more artists enter the digital asset and blockchain space, especially Katy Perry, who is releasing an NFT collection in December of this year, and the ever bullish Jason Derulo, owner of a CryptoPunk NFT. I've known that blockchain will change. Rapper Nas said in a statement, "I've known that blockchain will change the world since I invested in Coinbase 5 years ago, and I believe it might be the most important technology to ever hit the music industry. Everyone who uploads to Audius can be an owner. You can't say that about any other platform." Again, that was Nas, the great Nas. Audius is San Francisco-based company. Was founded in 2018. Again, it's raised 8.6 million as of this article, with contributors from Coinbase Ventures, Pantera Capital, Multicoin Capital, and others. In mid-August of this year, Audius became the first streaming platform to integrate with the audio sharing giant TikTok. Audius also has its own token, Audio. There you go. That's all you need to know. All those names on it. It's got a partnership with TikTok. It's going places. Anything else? Boom. Down 9.7%. People are selling, and I guarantee you they're probably going to be buying back in. I guarantee you they probably are. Let's go to their Twitter. Make sure we're following them. Don't just own the masters, own the platform. Listen and upload now. Join our growing communities. Telegram, Discord. We want to go to your website. Oh, look. John messaged me back. Uh, okay, so I told him, was just streaming, talking about maybe doing something on the pile. This is the great John Spalding, by the way. At John Spalding. Maybe everywhere. I don't know. Harry Wilson was thinking Sundays, but I've got a Zoom. I can pop a Zoom open right quick. Was going to have you jump on a Zoom with me now for a minute, but no pressure. Okay, anyways. Unleash your music, discover and stream an upcoming artists, sign for free. Built with the best, we designed it for you to keep it. Nope. Dead Mouse, audio listens to artists. Unlimited uploads, metrics, dashboards, and all. Free forever, no strings attached. Your fans can download stems and find remixes of your tracks right from the track page. Run your own contests that way. Okay, that makes sense. Some stuff released on Audius. Okay. Highest audio quality of any free streaming service. Finally, modern streaming service designed with artists in mind. Artist interviews from the up and coming all the way to the established. See, this is definitely something that needs to be done. I was talking to animalconcerts.com, a virtual concert coin and metaverse that's kind of building their team up to their ICO. I was telling them, yeah, it's perfect. They could be doing it now. They're like, oh, we don't have any news you could just be interviewing people about concerts and stuff. Something. Anyways. Cypher contests join our bi-weekly production challenges. Use guest-curated sample packs, creative constraints, and compete for cash prizes. Ooh, so for like producers and stuff. That's cool. They're borrowing that from some other sites for sure that do like sample sites and things like that. Very cool. Yeah, I'm liking this. I really think let's give a listen to something then. Maybe something plays. Just play something. There we go.
Yeah. I hope you believe in what you say. Say what you believe. Yo, I pray my angels hear me from the other side. I know my time is coming, death appear alive. God made us alike, so I don't fear them guys. But if you ever thought we were the same, nigga, your mirror lied. I lost faith in my beliefs when I looked deep into the most sincerest eyes as they weep, pleading for answers strong as can be. But so fucking damaged from being beat in a life where you constantly keep calling on God, but he. What's the price of life if it's your own? My closet filled with clothes and bags of bones, man. My demons said they still gambling for my soul. That's when I realized the time of my passing has been postponed. Lyrics feel like a prophet's omen. You can die wealthy or poor depending on which stock you holding. See, I would tell you some more, but listen, my wisdom is pricey, cause I can wholeheartedly guarantee you ain't man no one like me. Pass me the Henny, but be light-handed, I don't drink much. Because I still got unresolved aggression pent up, just keeping it real. I've been working on self-awareness, it's true. Cause how you gonna tell me about me when you do not know use? Troubled times call for desperate measures. Compose the minds, learn from every lesson, no matter L or blessing. Me and OJ took the L at Jackson, cause hanging out on our side of the city is not relaxing. Damn, your favorite rapper brag a lot on their records, talking all that best rapper shit and who the top bitch. But don't you dare put them against someone, cause then they'll complain like, why you gotta compare me to her and him? What? Shit is insanity, really, I swear it's strange. Just so much vanity, silly, y'all all the same. Look, I brag too, don't get it twisted. But if there's competition, I ain't running from no bitch or no nigga. Are you high? You must have stuffed the wrong shit inside your swisher. Cause the shit you rap about is contradicted. Why do people listen? Blindly admitting you don't believe what you pen. So why should God believe you when you attempt to repent for your sins? I don't know how it began or how it's ending. I heard it's not where you start, but how you finish. In the beginning, it's hard to get the attention, but some reason the day you die, you garner quite the attendance, man. I always felt that was ridiculous, cause the ones that know me best gon' look at them with some suspicion, like, to keep it G just in case it's misunderstood. In a world filled with bad spirits, at least they know I was good. Hey, this may be the realest shit I ever wrote. Hey, I hope when you hear this shit you feel the same. I was once told please don't change or forget us, and I forgot them when I changed for the better. That's real.
They tell me don't change, but why would I stay the same? They tell me don't change, but why would they want the same?
like tutorial music.
To you, he gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. Pussy gonna rock, then we gonna roll. Then we let it pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, X gon' deliver to you. X gon' give it to you, X gon' deliver. Pussy gonna rock, then we gonna roll. Then we let it pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. Pussy gonna rock, then we gonna roll. Then we let it pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you.
Yeah. So you can just follow them here. Now will it let me just do it? Oh, that's so cool. Huh. Can I add it to a playlist? No. Can I? It'd be cool if I could add her to a Twitter list. All right, anyways, I've got to go. This is very cool. This is something I'm going to do regularly. Check this out. Get more into it and everything. Fill out the profile and stuff. But I've got to go. So, y'all be cool. Whenever they're quickies, it always ends up, like, how long have we been streaming for? It's been 2 hours. Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyways, catch y'all later. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for following. We got Terrastacacia FG and Gifoil01. Again, thanks for following. We're gonna check out more Audius next time, more Hive, check out the markets, maybe play a little Splinterlands, you never know. Later. Awkward moment while I'm trying to end the show.
Mm-hmm.